Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga with Anadil. I am Anadil. Today's class we are raising up our energies. It's an energizing practice. So anytime you're feeling low on energy physically, emotionally, perhaps mentally, or even a combination of all of those, this is the perfect sequence to dip into as many times and as often as you need to raise up that energy once again. Again, because it does raise up the energy, it's ideal for a practice first thing in the morning too. So let's begin by sitting down onto your mat and invite a nice tall spine. Today we're going to take our palms and gently rest them onto your belly. We'll begin to breathe so that the energy begins to gather warmth and heat into this area from the lower diaphragm. So as we breathe in, we gently inflate through the belly. Allow the fingertips maybe to widen as your hands inflate with the rise of your belly. And as you breathe out, allow the belly to deflate, allowing your hands to follow it. Once again, breath in, bellow through the belly, relax through the muscles, allow your hands to lift, and as you breathe out, allow the breath to travel out of the belly, deflating your hands down. Keep this belly breath going. We'll shift our hands to the lower ribs, maybe just even below those ribs, near the waist. And this time, as we breathe in through the belly, inflate through the sides of the ribs too. So we're getting a little bit wider with the breath. And as you breathe out, deflate through the belly, deflate through the lower ribs. We'll try that again. Breath in, maybe even listening to the sound of your breath as your belly relaxes and lifts through the sides of the ribs. And as you breathe out, deflating through the belly, deflating once again through the sides of the ribs. Try that one more time under your own guidance. Breath in. And when you're ready to breathe out, feel the belly and the ribs deflating. This time we'll continue with the belly breath, continue raising that breath on up into the sides of the ribs, and we'll create a little bit of movement up into the heart. So big breath in through the belly, wide through the ribs, and this time we're going to lift our hands, take the heart over towards your right hand side, and we'll create cactus arms. So widening through the heart as you breathe in and turn towards your right hand side. As you breathe out, deflating through the belly, deflating through the ribs, allowing your hands to rest back onto your body by the ribs. We'll turn to the other side, so breathing in through the belly, through the side ribs, lifting the hands, opening through the heart, taking our cactus arms behind us, lifting the energy all the way up to the heart before we breathe out, returning the hands to center. Let's do that one more time on each side. Big breath in for 2, and turn to the side for 1. Cactus arms, nice and wide through the heart. Breathing out, returning your heart to the center, laying your hands back down, connecting to your body. Breath in, rising on up with your hands, the heart turns to the sides, inflating the breath all the way to the side ribs. And as we breathe out, bringing the hands down. Now you can carry on with this hand movement, or you can introduce straight arms. So as you breathe in, you turn your heart to the right this time. You can stay with cactus arms, or if you like, you can aim to reach your palms up towards the sky, palms facing together. As you reach up, maybe your gaze follows, and reaching the energy, the breath even higher. Next time you breathe out, we once again return our heart to the center and our hands down onto our ribs or your belly. Breath in, heart to the side. Cactus arms, or lift your fingertips, sprinkle them all the way up towards the sky. Breath out, cactus arms, bringing your heart to center and your hands down to the side. One more time on each side, maybe a little bit under your own guidance. Breath in, turning, taking your choice with the arms, either cactus arms or reaching up, maybe followed by the gaze. As you breathe out, returning to center. And last time, over to your left. Breath leads, movement of the heart to the side, into your twist, and hands up follows. Breath out, coming back to the center. So from here, we're going to, let's come onto all fours. And once we are on all fours, we're simply going to lift the right foot, take it in between your hands, and then take the left foot, take it in between your hands, about hip distance apart, so that we're in a very generous bend in the, we have a very generous bend in the knee as we forward fold. So let's allow the belly to rest onto our thighs, maybe even find the chest resting onto the thighs. As your hands reach the ground, the crown of the head is heavy. So from here, we're going to take the palms of the hands to face towards you. You might even like to interlace your fingers. And as we breathe in, we're lifting our palms up, raising that energy from the ground up. As vertebrae by vertebrae, we curl the tailbone down, the spine straightens, breathing in and out as much as you need to lift. The palms carry on reaching up towards your heart. They turn and then reach on up towards the sky. As you're reaching up towards the sky, the palms are facing out, and then let's bring our feet together and big breath in. We'll keep raising the energy up towards the sky. Big breath in and zip up through the legs, and let's try to lift up onto our toes. Try to avoid your ankles kind of splaying out, so get your ankles nice and strong. And as you breathe out, come down onto your heels, bring the palms down, back to heart center. Next breath out, we'll begin to fold once again. So allow the head to lead, and we'll curl vertebrae by vertebrae. Have a softness in your knees as you invite your palms facing the earth all the way down to the ground, almost symbolic of letting go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then we'll turn the palms up once again. Big breath in. Curling on up vertebrae by vertebrae to standing, taking the insides of the palms to reach the sky, maybe followed by the gaze. Keep breathing in and out as much as you need to. And as you breathe in your next breath, reach that energy up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, as you breathe in, up towards the sky and up onto your toes. And as you breathe out, down onto your heels, the palms come down to your heart center, curling down all the way towards the earth. The palms are still facing the ground, letting go of anything you need to towards the ground. Once again, palms facing, your interlace is facing up towards your face now. Draw the energy from the ground up, gathering it all up towards your heart. Big breath in, stretching it up towards the sky. Rising it on up onto your toes. Reach, keep breathing. Gather heat, gather energy, and then down onto your heels. This time, let's bring our palms together to rest at the heart center. So with our feet together, feel like you're zipping up through the inner legs so that they're very strong. And you might like to try interlacing the fingers so that you have a clasp, and then pointing your index fingers into Kali Mudra. And then plug once again your interlaced thumbs to your heart center. We're going to sit down into chair pose. So as we breathe in, we'll energize through the legs, lift through the arches of the feet, and bring our navel in towards the spine. And as we breathe out, we begin to sit our tailbone and our hips down into a chair. Keep breathing. Allow most of the weight to be in your heels, and have a look for your toes. If you can't see your big toe, at least, then we need to shift our knees and our shins backwards so that we can see them. The weight will shift more into your heels, then we can sit down. We might find we're collapsing our heart down, so lift your thumbs onto your sternum, let the sternum rise, and breathe. Creating, raising on up the energy, keep breathing. And you might like to try taking your pointed fingers up towards the sky, big breath in. Bending at the elbows, take that clasp to rest at the back of your neck. Big breath out, big breath in. You might even like to fluff up your toes as you're doing this. Big breath out, clasp reaches behind your neck. Make sure you're still sitting down as deeply as you can. Make sure you can see your toes. Breath in, point up, and reach through the side ribs as much as you can, keeping relaxed in the neck. One last time, breath out, point those fingers down towards the back. And this time, as we breathe in, we'll straighten the legs, straighten the arms, release the clasp, and maybe just sprinkle the fingers out towards the side and to the earth. Let's bring a big breath to the belly and take our palms out to the side. Point your fingers as much as you can, and we'll take our feet wide. So the outer edges of the feet are roughly parallel to the shorter edge of the mat. Depending on your hips, it just helps the sacrum to stay a little bit open. And just for the moment, we're going to rest our hands onto our hips. Let's just turn the heels inwards in so that your toes naturally line up with the placement of your knees into temple pose. So we'll press down onto our hips to lower into this pose. Once again, we'll use our palms to lower the energy, to let go of anything that comes to mind perhaps. And we'll turn the palms up. We'll go wider this time, gathering more energy, more space. You can ease off on the knees, but you do not have to straighten. Perhaps it's better that you don't. Palms touch. Maybe you want to hook the thumbs and allow the palms to face down towards the earth, followed by the gaze as you reach down. Big breath in, soften through the knees, maybe straighten slightly, taking the palms up towards the sky. Big breath in. Remember, breathe up to the side ribs as well as through the belly. And as you breathe out, deflate through the belly, deflate through the side ribs. Let the energy ground and let go of anything you do not need. Last time, big breath in, rise on up through the energy, warm through the body. Maybe even lift the corners of your mouth as you do that to smile. Feel the energy change as you do that. One more time in your own guidance. Grounding. Reaching the arms wide. Maybe curling the corners into a smile as you reach on up with the energy, and as you breathe out, coming down into our temple pose. So we can rest our hands on hips, keep the knees wide, keep the heart stacked over your hips as much as possible, and weight down. Shoulders are nice and open. You have a choice. You can keep hands on hips, you can keep hands at heart center, or you could even take them wide. Reach and breathe. Turn this energy, perhaps this even stress, into vitality. So just reach out with your fingers, feel bright, feel like you're shining, and release. Let's parallel through the feet, straighten through the legs, allow the arms to reach wide as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, you can just shuffle heel toe to bring your feet together and your hands to heart center. Spread the toes, maybe lift through the heels and just settle on your heels. And close your eyes. It's quite nice once again to rest your closed palms onto heart center, or once again you can rest your hands onto your belly and breathe. Feel perhaps the tingling of energy moving around the body as you've raised on up and awakened it. Once again, please try to place a little smile on your face, even perhaps if it's not what feels natural right now. Just turn up the corners of your mouth to invite a change in the reactions in the body, to release all the good feel stuff in the brain, in the chemicals. And just allow the breath to return to its more natural rhythm perhaps. But keep inviting a breath that raises the hands, maybe the size of the ribs. As you take your energized self into the rest of your day. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. If you have, please do subscribe so you can see more that are coming up, and tell your friends, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Namaste.